Might get you in here, but it's just recording sound. So just ring Glenn Kelly's offer, just to confirm. Do you want to repeat?
Have you recorded the conversation we just?
No, I haven't. Look, no. Genuinely, I'm covering it. It's nothing to see. It's 9 seconds.
Let's
just go out my pocket.
Let me have a look at it then, please.
Take my hand off so you can see the floor. 16, 17, 18. That's the countdown of how long it's been on.
Yeah.
I'll cover it up so there's nothing footage of the office or anything like that.
Yeah.
So can you repeat what you just said then?
Yeah. I don't care.
About the lease.
I don't care.
About the lease? So you've bottled down. You don't care about the lease?
Yeah.
So can I get a copy of the service fee accounts?
I'm here to facilitate your exit from Prow Park.
Well, I'm not. I'm asking for a copy of the service fee accounts that are long overdue and I've requested countless times.
You will have sight of them in due course.
What does due course mean? Because we're already, 5 months late, aren't we?
I'm not prepared to comment any further on it.
Well, you're going to have to because you're the landlord.
Huh?
You're going to have to. You're representing the landlord.
Is that right?
Do you not represent the landlord? Are we having a conversation with one person?
I don't represent the landlord. I work for the landlord.
So you are representing them, aren't you?
No.
So what are you doing then?
What am I doing here? Is I'm trying to facilitate your exit from Prow Park.
But you're facilitating it while not representing the landlord.
I'm not representing the landlord.
Then what are you doing?
I work for the landlord. I'm an employee of RT Union.
Yeah, so you're representative then, that's fine.
Okay.
So when would I get...
Look, I'm not going to say any more on recorded conversations or whatever. Please.
Well, when will I get it? I
Oh.
attended the unit at the agreed time of 12 till 2 last Thursday and you did not turn up for the appointment. So what I'm asking is a tenant of Miles Family Limited that rents to 21D. I haven't received my service fee or the insurance documents that were due by the 1st of May. I've been requesting some of them for up to 8 months. When will I get a copy of the service fee as stated in the lease of every single tenant at Prow Park?
You will get a copy in due course.
What does that mean? Because I've been requesting it for 5 months on that and 8 months for insurance. How long is due course? Because the lease states as soon as practically after, which I don't believe is 5 months. How long is due course?
Yeah. You'll just have to wait and see.
That's not the way the lease works, Glenn, is to wait and see whenever you
Well,
decide to do it.
okay, well that's fine. You'll just have to wait as and when we present the service charge accounts to you.
No, so they was due by the 1st of May, wasn't they? That's only the latest ones. The ones from the year before were obviously due a year and 5 months ago.
Yeah.
The year before that, 2 years and 5 months ago, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
So where are those ones gone? Is due course 3 years? Is it 4 years? Is it 5 years?
I'm not going to comment any further.
Right.
So
what do I do as a
what
tenant?
do you do? I'd suggest you go speak with your solicitor and take it whatever way you want.
I'm taking it as something now. I mean, I'm here kindly, politely, respectfully asking my landlord for a copy of it because you've dodged my emails for months. So I'm asking, can me and well, you have because you don't respond to them. Everyone can see that you don't respond to them.
I told you what I was doing. I said I was happy to sit down with you after we've done our condition report.
Okay, but I'm not here talking about a condition report.
On the Miles Family Unit.
You've not asked me for that.
I have. If you read your email.
When did you ask me for that?
Read your email.
Why would I do a condition report on a unit and can't be intended? I haven't asked to hand it back.
Did you not ask to hand back the unit?
Have I emailed you asking to hand it back?
You've emailed Baylor.
I've suggested a deal with Baylor as a group deal. I haven't said I want to hand them back individually. Okay. And Baylor said no, the deal's not happening. So no, we're not in any agreements to hand back those units. I have no intention to.
All right.
So as a long-standing tenant of that unit that's got another 4.5 years left on the lease, how do I get a hold of the service fee accounts or the insurance documents?
You'll get a copy of them in due course.
And when does due course mean, Glenn? Because quite clearly that is not appropriate, is it?
I have no further comment to make on insurance or service charge.
Well, who will make a comment on that?
Huh?
Who will make a comment on that?
I will make a comment on it when I've done my condition report, as I say.
So what has the condition report got to do with the service fee? Where's the link there?
Huh?
What is the link between a condition report of a Prepper Shop UK Limited unit to the service fee accounts for Miles Family Limited?
Lincoln, we're going around the circles, my friend.
We are, because you're too cowardly to answer anything.
Am I?
Yeah, because you're refusing to answer anything.
So
I'm just saying. So that's what I just said. You just asked, and I just.
How many times do I have to say the same thing?
Well,
I'm not going to say any more about service charge.
So who will? I'm asking, as you're a representative of the landlord, as far as I'm aware, you're the highest up person under Baylor who isn't here.
Yeah.
He's hid from it for weeks. Who do I talk to discuss it?
You'll have it in due course.
What does due course mean, Glenn? Do you mean by due course when the lease dictates or when you dictate?
Very good. I've made my position clear. I'm not going to say any more about it.
I don't think it's clear at all. There is
Huh?
no position.
Fine. I've nothing more to say to you.
Right. So who do I talk to? I'm just a genuine question. There's nothing mysterious or secret about it. Who do I talk to solve this issue if it's not you?
If it's not me,
Well, you're telling me it's not you, so who do I talk to? If it's you, then I'm happy to talk to you, which is why I'm standing here to talk to you.
well, you'll have to take it up with Baylor, won't you?
Well, you've been telling me in the emails, and Baylor's got a text. I can show you the text saying that you're dealing with it.
Fine.
So
Well,
who's
then
dealing with it?
You'll
You or
have to
Baylor?
wait until I'm ready to deal with it.
That's not how it works, then, is it? That's not how the
Look, I
lease
don't
works.
care how it works, Lincoln. That's it.
Well, I'm afraid as a landlord of a property and as a tenant of the property, you do have to care how it works because that's the law.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. And tell me, what other covenants in the lease are you unhappy with as well while you're at it?
The repairs that I've been chasing since the 8 months, you've ignored those, haven't you?
Yeah.
So when will they get fixed?
In due course.
Okay, so when's due course? 8 months to get a leaky roof and electrics working? Is that normal?
You'd have thought, knowing that you're being recorded, you'd be a little bit more professional.
There's just no concept of it.
Yeah. So can you gentlemen please leave the premises now?
Well, when will be the best time to return to discuss, obviously, as a tenant of this property?
It would be probably a good time, I would say, where are we now? Towards the end of the month. How's that?
No, not going to work, I'm
No?
afraid.
Well, you enough time to try and fraudulently do these accounts, don't it?
I won't accept that. There's nothing fraudulently about it.
Sorry, I've got Bailey on the recorded call telling me you haven't got any service fee accounts.
Have you?
So if you haven't got any service fee accounts, how are you going to come up with them by the end of the month if it's not fraudulently? And I'm sorry, but your lease does dictate that every tenant's supposed to get it, so that would be considered fraudulent. Not to mention the fact that Tina has sent us insurance documents through, which shows the value of the insurance and shows that every tenant's been overcharged. We've got it from travel insurance, an 85-page document. She sent it to us, we have it.
I'm not aware of that.
Baylor is, because I've discussed it many times with Baylor. Baylor, who said that you're going to have to deal with it on his behalf.
Am I?
Well, he's told me that.
Well, he's told you. He hasn't told me, has he?
Well, I don't know. He's your boss, and I've told you many times in emails that that Baylor has said you're dealing with it.
Right.
So did you not talk to him to establish that? So what do we do from here then?
Well, what I'll do is we'll just try and facilitate your exit a little bit quicker, shall we?
No, I'm not here to talk about an exit. I'm talking about me receiving the service fee accounts as a long-standing tenant with 4.5 years left on the lease. So what do I do from here? I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So what do I do from here? What do I do about the insurance as a tenant with 4.5 years left on the lease? What do I do about emailing and not getting responses? What do we do? What do we do about the exit from Prepper Shop UK Limited unit?
And what do I do about your pending lease break? Do you want to be out of 74? Do you want to vacate?
I've sent you a break notice, haven't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're entitled to break?
As long as I meet the terms of that lease, yes.
Yes. And have you?
Yes.
No, you're frustrating that.
How am I frustrated now?
You refused the surveyor access to
That's
it.
a lie. John was there when the surveyor, and it's on CCTV. The
Surveyor
surveyor spent an hour
window.
surveying the units. That's a lie. The second time we facilitated at your requested time and appointment, you did not show up for it.
I wasn't on site.
That's not my issue. You
That's
arranged
convalescence.
a time and appointment for Bailey Partnerships to meet on site. Neither you or Bailey Partnerships turned up at the allotted time. Did that or did that not happen?
That is correct, yes. I didn't miss the email because I was sick.
Right. I responded, I think, 45 minutes after you emailed me,
Yes.
in about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you went home early sick in that space of 20
I was
minutes.
working from home.
Right, but you're so sick that you couldn't look at your emails for another
Look,
2
Lincoln,
days.
I'm not going to go into the ins and whys and the wherefores of it.
Well, we can't, can we? Because they'd have
And
to
we
fabricate
can't,
it.
no. So,
But you did
What
arrange.
what
You did arrange
let's
a
cut to the
meeting.
chase. What do you want?
The service fee accounts and the insurance, Glenn. I don't think I can be any clearer. What I'm asking for is a copy of the service fee accounts for the last 3 years I've been a tenant at Prow Park, and a copy of the insurance documents for the last 3 years I've been a tenant at Prow Park. That's as simple as it gets, is what I'm asking. I've asked it in email hundreds of times. I'm asking you in person now. I've asked you on the phone. I've asked Baylor. I've asked everybody. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now other than visit you in person and request it, because you are not
And you have
facilitating
done
it.
that in person.
Yes, that's okay. So what do I do to get the result that I'm legally obliged to have under the lease? Every single tenant was supposed to get those documents, wasn't they?
On request, yes.
No, sorry, your lease doesn't say on request. Your lease says every tenant will be sent it. There is no request in that lease, is there? Is that true or is that not true?
Yeah.
Is it true or is it not true?
I can't recall at this point in time what it exactly said.
Do you want to fish our lease out and have a look, or I can bring it back and show you the wording in our lease?
No, I'm not going into the wheres and the why-fors of the lease.
Well, that's what you've just debated. You said that it has to be requested by tenants. I'm telling you, absolutely, the lease does not say it's to be requested at all.
And as much as the lease says you have to prepare a schedule of condition as well.
It doesn't say that.
So,
Oh, sorry. So you're saying now it does say we have to prepare a schedule of condition? Could I have a copy of? Sorry. Could I have?
No. Let's be clear.
There's no need to shout.
Schedule.
So okay, you just said schedule of condition. It's on the recorded
Excuse me,
thing.
that was my mistake.
Oh, okay, that's okay. People do make
Okay.
mistakes.
All right.
So where does it say schedule of termination in the lease?
Lincoln,
It's not in there.
I'm not going to educate you on the lease.
It's not in there, Glenn. There's no education on fabrication.
I did point to the paragraph in the lease.
No, that said that we'd have to pay for schedule of dilapidations, not schedule of termination. So where does it say we have to pay for schedule of termination? But also, we'd only be paying for a schedule of dilapidations if the lease said we had to pay for
How many pages is
dilapidations,
the lease?
which it doesn't. It's about 15 pages.
Is that?
Not too
Well,
much.
obviously you haven't read it because it's 38 pages.
I don't think it's 38 pages.
No, it's probably going to be some.
I mean, it could be
pages
38 pages.
involved.
I don't think it is, but it still doesn't state it in there. Which I've asked you, if you were so short, can you state me which clause in the lease or what page even? Just narrow it down a
No,
little
I'm
bit.
not going into the whys and the wherefores.
No, I'm sure you won't because it's not in there. But anyway, the reason we're here is obviously I'm asking for a
Yeah, you're asking for service charge. So look,
Yeah, service
I don't
charge
have
accounts.
service charge.
But who does? Because I've been requesting it for 5 months.
I don't have it.
Okay, so who does? I'm only coming to you because you are the head of operations, you say, I believe, or director of operations, you claim. So as far as I'm aware, now that Baylor's gone, because Baylor's refusing to answer it, and Baylor has messaged me saying Glenn will deal with it for you, I'm coming to you because you have been a designated person by your boss to deal with it. And as far as I'm aware, that as the head of operation underneath Baylor, you are the top one remaining.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm coming to you. If it's John I need to come to, if there's anybody else, and I'm happy to go whoever it needs to be. I'm just making a very polite request, as I have for 5 months, for copies of service fee accounts. We were all supposed to have it on the 1st of May, so I'm not sure why it's late, and it doesn't seem any other tenants received it either. So if they exist, could I just have a copy emailed to me, please? I'm happy for a hard copy if that's easier, or an email copy, it could be a postal copy. Just ask them when I can have it, because it's severely late. Do they exist? So then, does the service fee accounts exist? You pleading silence on that one. That's suspicious, isn't it? It's like a no comment. Do they exist?
Problem is, there's a lot of tenants on this park, and you're only one of them that's asking this question. Surely, at some point, everybody else is going to be asking the same question.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
It
no,
isn't just you that
No, no.
can't get access to them.
Can you please leave the premises?
Yeah, when can I come back? When can we
You
meet?
can come back at the end of the month.
No, that's not going to be acceptable. As a current tenant, I
don't
would
care
need
if
to
it's
talk.
acceptable or not.
Okay.
End of the month.
And that's not acceptable. That's
I
not
don't
legal,
care.
and neither is it under the
I
lease.
don't care.
Well, unfortunately, what you care about isn't actually care to anybody else.
Yeah. It's fine, Lincoln. End of the month.
No, that's
I'm
not going to be
quite
acceptable.
ignorant to these things, but to exercise your break in 24,
Yeah,
I presume that arrears have to be cleared.
I believe so. Yeah.
And so, what's your intention on clearing the arrears?
Well, I won't be because the arrears of service fee and insurance, so they won't be getting paid because they're not due. If I can be produced the service fee accounts and insurance documents that show they are due, same with every tenant at Prow Park, then they'll be paid. And I've stated that in email and text and phone calls continually. But all I've been asking for since March is proof of the insurance being due and proof of service fee accounts. They are done by providing the tenant's proof of insurance as per the lease states and providing a copy of the service fee accounts, the estimated and the completed at the end of 1st of May. That's all I'm asking here. I'm asking, can I pay your insurance, please, by giving me the quote for the insurance? Can I please pay your service charge by you please giving me the bill for the service charge and showing me where it's been allocated to, as the lease requires? But the fact is, on Miles Family Limited, which is 21D, I rent the unit. I've got every intention of continuing to rent the unit. And to do that, we are legally entitled to a service fee accounts. And if they do have them, which the lease requires, why aren't we being provided them for 8 months? But I don't think I can be much fairer than that.
Right.
So when will be the best time to come and discuss it, Glenn?
I said the end of the month.
And that's
How many more
not
times do I have to say it?
Probably another 100 until
Yeah.
it changes.
So that's the end of it.
It's not the end of it, it's the
It
start
is.
of it again, because we're a tenant of your
Well,
building.
you made that clear, yeah.
So are you going to refuse to fulfil your requirements under the lease? Should we put
Are
it
you
this
going
way?
to fulfil your requirements on the lease?
I believe I have, yes.
No, you haven't.
What's my requirement under the lease that I've not fulfilled?
frustrated the survey of the building.
You didn't turn up for the meeting. You've already admitted it on this video. You did not turn
You
up
did
for the
not
meeting we'd
facilitate
arranged.
it.
So
Every
you're
opportunity you
backtracking.
turn
We
up
didn't.
back.
So they did not turn up with John and spent an hour on site doing a survey. And did you or not invite them back last Thursday at 12 till 2? You asked me to confirm by the end of the day. I confirmed about 30 minutes later, and that was on a Tuesday. Thursday comes, you did not show up, neither did your surveyor. What part of that is
You know,
me
what part of
frustrating
that
the
is
lease
You
then?
said that obviously I missed the email at that point in time.
But that is kind of lucky that you missed that one email. With every
It
email,
is,
you
yeah,
just missed
because
that one.
I was sick.
You wasn't. You was working, Glenn.
I was sick.
So you were sick within that 20-minute period and then just didn't work for another few weeks.
So, end of the month, Lincoln.
No, that's not what the lease dictates, though, Glenn, is
End
it?
of the month.
Okay, end of the month.
We all sorted by the end of the month, won't it?
What will?
Yeah.
So, Glenn, is that a threat? That sounds like a threat, Glenn. What's going to be sorted by the end of the month?
It's just smiling.
And that is what's called a cowardly tool. It's ran away.
It's just going to keep going around in circles, isn't it? Until
It is, but what,
It is a bit,
but what
yeah.
can we do? Like, it's not an unfair request. It's not unreasonable. It's perfectly normal. Every tenant is supposed to get it. If they've got it, just pop it an email. Like, it's not difficult. And it'll all be done. It'll all be dusted. It'll all be over.
Right, gentlemen.
No, there won't be
You
any
will
issues.
leave the premises
Well, could you just let us know when, as a tenant, I'll be able to talk to you as our landlord?
at the end of the month.
So, is there any reason why we can't talk before the end of the month?
is that video?
Yeah, I haven't got you guys in that, so I only had you
So
to
we've
talk
got
about
our
that.
stock in there, and that's going to for insurance.
Oh,
purposes.
Glenn says it won't, so that's all safe. You know, 20 years as a surveyor, he's not had that issue.
Right, Lincoln, can you go, please?
Is there any reason why we can't
Can you
talk to our,
leave the premises?
Is there any reason why we can't talk to our landlord before the end of the month?
I've offered you a time.
What time?
End of the month.
That's not a time.
John, what date is the 31st of October?
No, is there a reason that that's the only time that your landlord are available?
Yes.
Why is that?
I don't have to give you a
It's
reason.
a Tuesday.
No, but your lease does give you, so that you have to, yes.
No, I don't.
It does. As soon or as practically after the 1st of May.
Yes.
Is the end of October as soon or as practically after?
Well, I might as well wait for the next service period, shouldn't I?
The 1st of May, well, next year.
Yes.
So you can make a new set of accounts up. Why would you wait for the next service year charge to give us the bill for the
Thank
past
you.
3 years of service fee charge?
Please go.
Okay, well, when can I come back to
I
facilitate
said
a
the 31st
conversation?
of
That's
October,
not
10
gonna,
a.m.
that's not going to be
Please go.
acceptable. Could I ask when I can come?
Please go.
This is a publicly open office, Glenn.
It's not a publicly open, it's private property. Please
It's
leave.
open to the public as a tenant. We're allowed. It's
Please.
got a door open.
Leave.
Okay, Glenn. When can we come
Please.
back? What time should we
Leave
come
the
back?
Property.
Glenn, no need to get angry.
Please leave the property.
Glenn.
I will speak with you.
The opening hours does say
31st
it's open, which does mean it's open to the
31st
public.
of October.
That's not acceptable. What time will you be in tomorrow?
What?
What time will you be in tomorrow?
Not here tomorrow.
You're not here tomorrow? And who is on the behalf then that I can talk to tomorrow?
31st of October.
Glenn, it really doesn't look good when you're being this
Is this
I don't know. Yeah, when, if you're like just this scared. Yeah, I'm getting him right in my face here.
Yeah.
Do you want to lean as close as you can? Just don't worry about that. Do you want to hold it? Hold
That's
it?
the only reason I'm here, because I have to be a witness to everything these days, don't I?
So, that's it. You get out of my face and do that. So, who can we deal with tomorrow on it? I'm happy to deal with whoever you appoint at Prow Park that we can discuss it with, to facilitate discussions about you guys meeting the lease requirements, which I've asked
I've
for
offered you
for
a
8
date.
months.
It's up to you to accept it or not.
Why does the date have to be a month from now then?
It's not.
Most 3/4 of a
2
month.
weeks.
It's not 2 weeks.
Thank you, Lincoln. See you 31st month.
That's not going to happen then. I'll be back later on today. Shall we? When's, you know, it's a waste of everybody's time. Or you could just send tenants the service fee accounts, which you were supposed to send on the 1st of May. Why does every tenant not have a copy? Why does every tenant not have a copy of insurance? That was the 1st of March. We are now
We're
the
going over
middle.
the same
We are
ground.
now at the middle of October, and you are still cowardly hiding from the question. Why is it? Why can't you provide this information to tenants?
Steve,
I am. I'm outside the premises,
this
guys.
is private property.
This is really? I believe my lease says I'm entitled to be on the service roads, which it says. And the
Yeah.
car park.
Please leave.
Please leave what?
Please leave my door. Thank you. Goodbye.
That's okay. When can I come back in then? This is Glenn Kelly, obviously Operations Director at Prow Park. All tenants have been requesting if we can get a service fee accounts due every year. It's due on the 1st of May. He hasn't gotten it. He's refusing to give it to me or any other tenant at Prow Park. As well as the insurance documents supposed to be signed 1st of March and again. Now we've spent 8 months chasing by email, by phone call, by text, and we're now at the point we have to visit them to ask for it. And that is the behaviour you get of the cloudy Glenn Kelly, hiding from it. And I suppose we all have to ask ourselves, why is Glenn hiding so much and acting in such a childish behaviour if they had the legally required service fee insurance documents to give tenants? Because that does not seem the behaviour of any man representing Prow Park that has actually got the legally required documents. So we'll just visit again tomorrow, and we'll have to keep politely visiting and requesting the documents that Prow Park are legally obliged to give every tenant, which they never have, and they can continue hiding all day. And again, as you can see in the video, fully politely, fully calm, we'll just have to keep doing it every day until we get the legally required documents for us and every other tenant at Prow Park. We'll end it here.